August 2025 monthly tarot card reading. Oops, one is already popping out. I felt inclined to bring out Lord Krishna, Lord of Love. I'm feeling some loving things for you. I'm going to be checking the clock, and I'm going to be using the Hanson Roberts Tarot to start off with. All right, let's see what we've got. I'm not using a professional mic right now because I just want these to be a little bit more simple. And if you didn't see the video come up right away, it's because it takes me a little while to channel when I feel things. So let's see what we're getting. I don't feel anything bad. I know it's been difficult, but such is the, path of the Earth Angel, right? Seven of Wands in reverse. So with the Seven of Wands in reverse, I really feel like you can start to drop your guard a little bit. That doesn't mean like a lot, okay? I just mean that you don't have to really embody that sense of being so defensive. You know, I know you've had a lot coming at you. When doesn't a Virgo? See, that's the thing. When does Virgo? Virgo, it's kind of like what my dad told me when I was a kid, that I earned my haters. I'm trying to translate it, but I earned my haters just breathing. I've never understood why anybody would want to be jealous or hateful or have any negativity toward me. But my dad detected this when I was just a teenager. All right, so with the Seven of Wands in reverse, you don't have to fight. You can drop the wand, you know, let people come at you. What do you care? Do like I do. Just, you know, it doesn't matter. They don't matter. All right, let's see if we have anything else. And if you hear the volume fluctuating, I like to move around a lot. I'm also checking the camera. Boy, these really don't want to say anything just yet. What else do we need to know? All right, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. Something in the past that should have been a new beginning wasn't. And I think you've been able to make peace with that and let it all go, which is the correct thing to do. Maybe you started something recently. Maybe last few years you started a job and found that it really wasn't fulfilling, or it didn't really utilize your talents the way you wanted to. I'm really getting that, you know, like at this time you're making more inroads with your family and spending less time focusing on others outside of it. Oh boy. So this feels like a relationship from the past with an Emperor in reverse. So the Emperor in reverse can be too authoritarian. He could be very unstable, too rigid, doesn't look out for the people in his community. You might have even been left feeling unsafe. All right. Middle of the month, you could have some misunderstandings, or like if you're in a relationship, there could be some distance there. So be open to communication, but remember, you don't have to, just because you drop your guard a little bit, doesn't mean that you have to accept situations that are not fair. Probably trying to save money right now. You're probably working really hard. Again, something that Virgo is just famous for. I don't know how much I want to clarify. Well, let's clarify with a few keywords here. I'm almost afraid to do this because I never know what's going to happen. But this is in the past and we'll let it be there. Just a few channeled messages. Tell me about the Emperor just a little bit. And if you hear me exhaling, it isn't because I am frustrated at all. It is just the way that I move energy, chi, right out of my body. I don't want any of the energy that I feel to stay stuck there. I'm just breathing. Okay, if we don't, oh, well. Okay, so this Emperor is, he has had justice served upon him, or he soon will be, or already has, if you're wondering. Don't get too hung up on whether or not people Maybe this emperor that you were dealing with in the past, flip the roles, whatever. You know how to do this by now with tarot. Someone went to, it could be the emperor, and it could have been somebody associated with the emperor, probably your ex or an ex-boss. Somebody went to a Mexican curandera. That would be a Mexican witch. God have mercy on us all, please. Let's see. These are flipped the wrong way, so I'm just going to flip them back and let me give them on the split. Your ex is a stupid devil, or was dealing with, or is dealing with a stupid devil, or maybe your boss, ex-boss, is a stupid devil. Holy crap. All right, here. Let's transmute this. I just don't want to look at his face right now because I know these types, they are controlling SOBs. Okay? You don't control anybody, so why does anybody want to try to control you? What is this reading about, Spirit? Tell me about that Ace of Wands. This will be fun. Oh boy, do we even dare? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. You know why? Because we are adventurous persons, or at least I am. You should see my 5th house. Mostly Sagittarius energy. Okay. I'm always going to try to get away. Okay. All right. Are we going to pop up with anything about the Ace of Wands? What is it that was a false start, a non-start? It just went nowhere. Maybe there was a sexless relationship or no intimacy. Not everybody's focused on sex, especially not a Virgo. I mean, not that it isn't nice, you know, but the older you get, the more you realize that the company of a person, the quality of a person is what's important. Although, you know, like I want to kiss just like everybody else does. Okay, so we had one. The letter L could be significant. Now, that was just because it flipped in the wrong direction, and I'm not going to linger on these. I saw a couple of things here. I am the one that channeled the messages, you know what I mean? But I'm always surprised. I'm starting to stutter. Maybe we're dealing with somebody who has a stutter. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take both of them. I'm not going to read this, but somebody has a tattoo like this. Now, I don't have tattoos. I admire them on other people, but I don't want them on me. They just, you know, my generation, my era doesn't work, but somebody's got one of these. Maybe L has curious branding on his appendage, okay? And also, I think your ex is having some kind of business failure. Maybe you were in business with this ex. Maybe the ex is having a business failure with somebody that they went into partnership with. I don't know. And someone has silver hair. Now, regardless of whether they dye it or not, okay? That just means if they didn't dye it, that's probably what it would be. Let's continue because, okay, I don't know what that... Let's not even think about that. I don't need that in my head. Neither do you. Let's keep ourselves clean and free, okay, from anything negative while Lord Krishna is watching us. Oh, my Lord. Okay, this is going to turn into something crazy. Virgo, you know, I'm so sorry. Virgo, you were dealing with, or your ex is dealing with, or your ex is the high priestess in reverse. This is a manipulating person. This is a liar. This is a person who keeps secrets of the wrong kind. This is a person who will try to hurt you and sabotage you. And that makes sense why one of the cards that I didn't take from it but had shown up was, gosh, where is it now? But it said, I want to be you. So maybe you've got an ex. I don't know. Let's see if it comes out again. I should just take a few more. Somebody has buttock implants. I don't know. I've got enough buttock for everybody, so I don't... Maybe your ex or your ex's ex or ex's current partner or somebody, I don't know, has butt implants. You know, to each his own. All right, so 10th house. Where do we put you? So career, out in public, you know, so there's a situation here, could have to do with your career. Maybe you're starting a new career. Maybe you got away from this emperor in reverse and decided that's enough. And you'd rather be public while this wench over here hides things. That is always a manipulator, and I know I saw that card. Let's take it just because it felt. I'm going to put this with the Mexican curandera. No, maybe I won't. Somebody has a green card. Somebody who's been working against you behind the scenes could have a green card or need their green card. And so let's just stop right there and let's continue to clarify. All right, Holy Spirit. St. Michael is with us, so nothing will go wrong. Nothing's wrong. Okay, so just laugh at what's funny and try not to. Oh, wow. Okay, so the Justice card comes out. This High Priestess in reverse. Now, unless we see indications, well, of black magic, I'm going to say that justice here is on the physical level, okay? Somebody who stole something or stole someone from you. But remember, if somebody can steal a person from you, let them have that person, because that means that they're not loyal anyway. If you were in a relationship with someone and somebody like this High Priestess could manipulate somebody that weak, then you don't want that person. Okay, just do what I would do. Just take my advice on this. If somebody can take your person away or they can change their mind so easily about you, yep, there's that false start. Let them go. Because why would you want somebody who would be so easily seduced? Because there's always going to be an opportunity to cheat. There's always going to be somebody throwing themselves at you or at your person. And if they are so shameful that they don't know how to withstand those attacks or choose not to, then don't keep that person. I think that this is for most of you something old that already happened. All right. You know what? I have a feeling that around the middle of the month, your ex or somebody from your past will reach out asking you for help. Probably asking you for help for a legal issue or some situation involving a High Priestess. Don't answer, because it is over. When it's over, it's over. You don't energetically start to give more, okay? I think we've all learned our lessons about being overgivers, have we not? The World card talks about completion, talks about traveling, talks about being online, being fulfilled, about integration. Okay, so you've integrated your shadow side, probably done all your shadow work like a good girl or boy. What else can you tell us, Spirit? I would really like to not dwell on this past. Yeah, I think that you were dealing with somebody in your past who could have had more than one person, more than one, it doesn't have to be that they were cheating on you. But juggling, I think that's in the past. I think you're done with the juggling jugglers and their jello jigglers. I don't think we need that. All right, Spirit, anything else? And then we're going to move on to a different deck to get... and look where it lands. Please don't tell me it's what I think. Please don't tell me it's what I think. Yes, it is. Your ex or someone in your past is a Queen of Swords. And I'm going to put her in the reverse because of where it flew and how it wanted to come out. Your ex, I can't tell the orientation. So your ex is a fire sign or fiery. It doesn't have to be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Their current partner or whomever it is, maybe it's a business rival, because we do have that Five of Wands, and I really can't say what direction, what orientation it wanted to come out in, which orientation. But they're dealing with a Queen of Swords in reverse. And remember, in the Tarot, this is my opinion, but other people will back me up. The King and the Queen of Swords in reverse are the worst people you could deal with. Nothing but lying, cheating, manipulators, using words. But again, if your ex was taken away, and I say taken away like as if it's a hostage situation, no, we won't say that. If your ex ended up with that person, so be it, because that's their karma. That's what they chose, right? You don't, Trust me when I tell you, I'm 56 years old, and when the older you get, the more you see things clearly. It doesn't mean that we're not nice. I'm a Virgo rising, so I can tell you. It doesn't mean that we're not nice. Yes, we are. We're very, very nice, but we learn not to give our time and attention and love and support to people who don't deserve it. So this card that flew out over here, I think that this woman, flip the roles, okay? Whatever you need to. It's about energies. You guys know that by now. Once in a while, of course, we have new readers, and I do this for fun, so just go with it. So the Seven of Cups in reverse, this person realizes now, probably your ex realizes that they went toward an illusion, you know, head up in the clouds, wizard, doesn't know what the hell he's doing, okay? Anything else, Spirit? I really don't want to talk about the past. I mean, maybe some of you would be happy, oh, Lord, to hear about some of this. Yeah, they're in trouble. Yeah, oh, shoot. Okay, so they have both justices. Your ex and his ex and whatever they're doing is being judged by the physical courts. There could be a legal issue around these two people, a loss. That feels like financial. You know, I don't know. Do I know? Feels financial. And they're also having spiritual judgment. But with the judgment card in reverse, it's not over. They have more judgment coming toward them. Maybe they judged you. You know, the judgment card is about awakening, accountability, second chances, reflection, and a life review. It could be that there's an illness. Let's not talk about that, okay? Because I don't want to channel that kind of information. Not right now, okay? Because I want to focus on you. I think that that's enough. Please, Spirit, could we move on from this energy? Somebody with a... Dick can be a name. A Richard tattoo on their member. Or somebody just with tattoos. Somebody justice served, you know, that they're getting their justice. They could have served in the legal system, served in the military, a Mexican curandera, and built business failure. You know, I wouldn't be surprised with the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords in reverse that that weirdo was paying for some spell work. Ooh, we're scared, okay? That doesn't work anyway. Spend your money in ways like, you know, how did that help the community? How did that help you? How does that help anybody in the world? How does that feed the homeless and give them shelter? How does that help people recovering from drug addictions? It helps no one, you know, weirdo. All right. Oh my freaking, I can't, I have to freak out. Okay. I'm telling you that your ex hooked up with somebody freaking weird, and they're both being weird, and they're weird, and you need to keep your hands out of this. Only let my hands touch it. How about that? Don't you put your hands in there. Don't you put your hands in there. Do not, okay? You let it ride after this reading. Oh my gosh, and look at the card that was in the upright. Devil. Something illegal happening. Handcuffs. Look at the cards that were in the wrong orientation. You were too smart and you got away. And we have Archangel Jophiel. Beauty, inspiration, and positive thoughts to you. You're not like, let's put you over here. I don't even want you near this crap. We need something to transmute this unholy situation. I don't like it. There's somebody that's messing around with black magic, dark magic, not healing a damn thing. Probably plants die around them. Plants don't even want to live. Their animals run away from them. Anything else to say about these unholy people? Your ex and his weirdo wench. So, King of Wands, Queen of Swords. Somebody has an Asian superiority complex. Interesting. And I'm putting the sun over here with you. Sorry about that dick tattoo. My goodness, what is going on? What is it that we're going to clarify with? What do we clarify with? Oh, okay. I think we're going to lighten the mood here because this got a little bit dark for us. All right. Let's clarify with the Housewives Tarot. The Hanged Man. So, Hanged Man, you see things from a different perspective. You know, you are like, I hung you out to dry with my pink bloomers because you, King of Wands in reverse, are no good. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good, baby, you're no good. Okay, that's all we have to know. Tell me what's coming in August. That is new and different, please. All right. We have the Star reversed. Some part of you has not finished healing this situation. Just don't do anything about it other than let it heal on its own. You just keep doing what you're doing. You know, the Star card, that's card 17, that's 7-1, that's an 8. You might feel better on this 8-8 portal. We also have the 6 of Wands. See, you will transmute it. 6 of Wands is a victory for all your hard work, for doing everything on your own, the cooking, the cleaning, the mopping, the scrubbing, the sweeping, and the dusting. You will be fine. All right, because that's 2 major arcana in a row. Tell us anything else we need to know about the month of August, Spirit. This will go a little bit longer than I expected, but that's quite all right because we want the details. Those other people are going, somebody in that group is in trouble legally, in that former group. And I really, like I said, I don't want to channel there. All right. I'll get you a romance oracle for those of you that are single. We're okay being single, okay? Anything else, Spirit, for the month of August? Almost. For Virgo. Oh. Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay. Screw this. Okay. Let me give a tap to Michael over there. That Queen of Swords in reverse is on your ass for some reason, and I do not understand. It's probably jealousy, something petty because you're pretty. And the Strength card, I don't know how that wanted to flip. I think that person wishes that you weren't so strong. I think that person wishes that you weren't so resilient. I wish people like that would just go figure out how to scrub their own toilets and sinks and just like leave the rest of us alone because we're not bothering anybody because we don't do anything. Good grief, Virgo. Let's just hope this, like, let's use the Lionsgate portal on the 8th to transmute these people. 6 of Pentacles came out sideways. I think that has to do with, could be a current lack of reciprocity or in a prior relationship. Let's sum this up. I have the Moon in reverse. Interesting. Okay. The Moon is about illusion, confusion, dreams, anxiety, intuition. I think that you're coming out of the illusion. The illumination is here. You'll probably start to feel better after the Lionsgate portal. You'll probably start to sleep better. If you've been experiencing anything like this, this is not a bad thing. This is a good thing. The Moon is also illumination. And in the reverse, it talks about clearing up those confusions. You could have an active dream state at this time. What the hell? I don't know how that wanted to come out. 10 of Swords. I'm telling you that there is some weird shit going on with that person or their ex from the past. It could be your ex from the past. It could be their present person. Maybe they're getting rid of that ex and you don't want any of it. Why the 10 of Swords? Why the 10 of Swords? 12th house. Because secrets. Because of a double agent. So somebody was playing both sides. Somebody is both sides. Somebody literally could be a double agent. All right. Secrets. Secrets. I can't tell. They're not popping out. Anything else? Let's just leave it there. That because of secrets. Because somebody was a double agent. Because they were playing both sides or having 2 relationships at once. Oh my God! What the hell? The devil! Look at that. Look at that. And we don't want this. Okay? Go away. Go away. Go away and never come back. All right. Please tell us something about the future because I'm 2 of Swords. You know what? You may have to make a decision. Every time you see swords, know that people are trying to hurt you. But 2 of Swords. Oh, is somebody coming in to say something to you, or do you don't, because that's indecision and stalemate and avoidance and a difficult choice. Somebody might try to come in and talk to you, but you are over here in the 4 of Wands. I don't know if some Yahoo, I don't see anybody from the past trying to do it, or you're at least not looking at this because you're leaving in the past. 4 of Wands upright. And Ace of Wands in reversed. Again, it's not going to be somebody from the past. And if it is, we're going to have to do another reading, or you can contact me for a personal reading and then I will advise you. Okay, do you not, okay, how can I say this to you? I'm sorry for shouting. Do I have to show this to you? The High Priestess was in reverse over here. Look at her. Look at her. The King of Wands was over here. Where is he? Now I've got a mess. I'm telling you, yep, I'm going to have to say it. The person coming in from the past is your ex. Three of Pentacles, he's still dealing with somebody or someone. Ace of Pentacles, he's having some difficulty with a relationship. Queen of Cups, the person he went to was not sweet or nice or good or chaste or loving or kind or nice in any way. And he could be married to that Queen of Swords. That's all we're going to say. You got to just leave that alone. Do not get yourself implicated in their legal troubles, because there's legal trouble there for sure. Let's get you a romance angel. And at the same time, let's just get some charms. I'm going to run out of time here. You're dealing with a Cancer or a water sign. A Sagittarius, there's a fire sign, the letter C and V. Or you're working on your curriculum vitae. You're blessed, so double imagine. And you are the best, and the letter T could be significant. Let's get your romance angel. I don't want this to cut off. I'm going to go from the top. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And let's get you a charm. I've got a gun and a heart. Be careful, Virgo. I don't like these people. God bless you. Talk to you soon.
Ma fede fu e le tua